Fire escape engineers, inspector summary video. Here we are in Lodi, New Jersey, and this is a complex, Vista Gardens. So we have a single fire escape here, and then 4 doubles that feed into a single ladder system. But these are all single, and those are all 4 doubles. What we talked about in the first video in regards to what needs to be done, again, all welded fire escape, probably 25 years old, all welded. So now we got a lot of unverified connections that we need either to verify through a stress test, a lot of bolted bolts into the wall verified through a pull test, a lot of boxes on all the platforms that we can basically nullify a lot of the welds by bolting it. A lot of the corners that have been invaded, so we definitely got some suspect corners on a lot of the railings that only a bolt will reinforce. We can do some welding here, but we need to seal and make sure there's no rust inside, because after every weld there's a lot of water penetrating a lot of these overlapped angles and joints. And then again, those will become suspect 5 to 10 years later if they don't get sealed. But again, supports. So as we keep talking, you're going to see it's all the same thing. It's just every single one of these repeats themselves. We need to verify that these ladders are properly attached into the wall. So there's a verification process, tightening on the nuts and the bolts, and then that will then confirm that they're not pulling out. All these, some of them are very well welded, some of them are not on these. So, but as soon as you pop a bolt in there, you don't have to deal with it, both the front, the back, and the bottom. There has been some cracked bricks. We got to make sure that nothing's affecting our through bolts. Some of these just need a simple bolt from top to bottom, just to make sure that that platform is properly secured to the brackets. But again, these fire escapes are all in pretty good order. They're around 25 years old. A lot of the treads, we're starting to get some treads mainly down here by the trees. So this is another one that's repeating itself. We do have to do some sampling on the treads to make sure that water has not eaten any of these bolts, and if they are, keep them. If they have rotted them, replace them on a case-by-case basis. But in some cases, water is getting in there, and some minor scraping here and there. We are getting some water into the walls here, so this is one of those that I would be concerned with, because this is indicating that water is getting in there somewhere, and it's either into the metal structure or it's getting into that bolt there, and that's some rust coming down on the wall there. So that needs to be verified. But again, the fire escapes are in pretty good working order. And again, it's just I either need to load test it as a verification process, or I need to certify it. And a lot of these welds, either through x-ray or just through nullification of a bolt. Every single one of them, though, does need a clip, at the bottom stringer, because the guy just welded them onto the flats, and that's not proper. So again, this one, just like all the other ones that we saw down here, same situation. And then this final one, I think it's because it's near the trees, it's got a little bit more rust. So we definitely need to minimally get a spot paint in some of these fire escapes to make them pass. But a full paint job is not going to be required, because the fire escapes they do have more paint than rust. So, but structurally, it's just a verification process. Some of these connections, nullifying some of these supports, and as you can see, the rust on the lines of the welds. As soon as you pop a bolt in that, you basically have nullified that. So that's the quote you're going to be getting from many repair vendors, is basically what it's going to take to repair and prepare the structure for a load test, and the cost, obviously, of a load test. Those are some of the things you need from vendors out there, just in case a load test is ordered, or just repair. And a separate price on this is going to be for a paint job, which I don't think needs to be done now, but should the owner want to do a full paint job, these should be done. But minimally, all the repair work should be followed up by 100% complete sealing of every joint, welded or bolted on this fire escape, should be sealed with 50-year silicone to avoid the need for verification in the future. Otherwise, if connections are left opened, they create the need for verification, and that's very costly and very time consuming. Any questions, Fire Escape Engineers, Inspector Meneses, 800-649-3333.